Hey guys and gals, Never here from Wani Game, and it's me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of a Wanna Hug That Gator. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Alright, so hey, I've got an idea, Hot Wheels. Why don't we try the fighting game you're so good at? The fighting game? Olivia's jaw clicks shut and her hands ring together tightly. Arcade cabinets can't change, right? I mean... Her gaze turns towards the opposite of the arcade, and I can hear the loud hollers of competition from here. Come on, Hot Wheels! What do you say? The name seems to invigorate her, her glacier iris is hardening and her ivory claws touching at her wheels. An eerie grin creeps across her features, tongue polishing an incisor as her predatory eyes latch onto a particular cabinet on the far side. Olivia picks a direction and speeds off, parting the sea of sweaty dinos and leaving a small space of safety in her wake. Zup! After a short while passing some digital pachinko machines, she looks back at me for a moment as if to confirm my presence and to say, "Don't lose me," and then yanks her wheelchair to launch herself through the building towards a new destination. But hey! I finally give chase, following as best I can while avoiding the rest of the awestruck players that just witnessed the high-speed dino girl shoving them outside in her wake. As I get closer, the atmosphere seems to grow thicker, the very air becoming dank and heavy, almost as if someone dialed a humidifier up to 11. For a second I have to stop in my tracks to catch my breath and try to cool down as my shades begin to fog up. So this is the power of the fighting game crowd. I heard things, but I thought they were jokes. Through the fog I spot Liz, or rather Liz's head sticking above the crowds. Yo, you found us! Getting closer, Damien and Liz's head come into view. Olivia stops and checks one last time that I didn't get washed away in the crowd. She then moves past Damien and Liz, coming to a screeching halt next to a particular cabinet that's occupied by somebody else. She removes a shiny coin from her pocket, placing it firmly down on the controls of the current player, who hardly glances at her. As I step closer, I'm able to overhear the exchange between the two dinos. The greaseball and Kylosaur, without even looking away from the cabinet, starts rattling off his credentials to Olivia as if it was a job interview. You know, I'm the best your ass-kicked player this side of Volcadera, right? Double S ranked! 3 online tournament wins. Besides, it's 50 cents, not... Shut up and nut up already. Olivia's voice causes the Ankylosaur to grimace and finally turn his head. You really want to try me? Look, Tiny Tim. His jaw clicks shut as his eyes manage to sweep above and then down to Olivia, his eyes squinting as his retina slowly adjusts to the low lighting of something not displaying brightly colored pixelated characters. Bro, you know you can't be bringing chairs over here, not after last summer. Olivia growls and raises a fist, and I think the pale-scaled dino finally sees who is challenging him. His maw flaps helplessly as he tries to explain himself before just stopping himself completely. Never mind. Sorry. The Gator Girl sighs and taps a finger on the quarter she's placed down. We'll say you can't refuse, right? His head tilts in confusion. You know, look to be the new champ here, right? This is the champ's cabinet, right? Damien's come over by this point, followed closely by Liz's head. Champ's cabinet? Unofficial, but that's the oldest one here. Been here since the dawn of time. It's like sacred or something. I look over the old machine, the paint on it chipped and positively covered in marker ink to the point that the only legible thing on it is a very juvenile edit to the game's title. This thing? Yeah, man, they only let the head honchos actually use it. If you're spotted trying without credentials, you end up headbutted. That's bull, but I believe it. I look back to Olivia, who's having a withering stare down with the squat guy she challenged. Look, lady, I'm a big deal here. Bust her own nuts, crown champ in all Volcadera. This particular Jurassic machine's got a history. It happens to be the same machine that Dano the Rexco managed to parry. Quit stalling and fight me already. I'm not, I'm just, setting the stage is all. Plus, you think you're the only challenger I've got? I look around, noticing that there was now a group of people surrounding us. On my title as champion, I'll take all comers now. A hushed whisper goes to the crowd. Finally, form a line now. Okay. Tallest to smallest. What? No cutting. Oh, heck yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster. Wait. What? I don't even play video games! And I'm not really a gamer either. Too bad. Consider it a blood tax. I want to protest further, but Olivia's head turns towards me with a pleading look on her face. Besides, you think I want to put my hands on that thing? Who knows where... We're in. Eco! Yeah, yes! Come on, Liz, it won't be that bad. You're still the Brachio booth, right? By the Brachio booth, right? Now hold tight, I'll come get you. Damien pushes back to the small group around us, following Liz's neck to find the rest of her. Her head swivels around and gives a chase, her pleas to not have to play falling on deaf ears. Brachio booth? The arcade's claustrophobic, so brachiosaurs would tend to bump into everything, including each other. There were some lawsuits, now there's a few platforms placed where people like her can sit and reach everything. There's even some water fountains attached. Doesn't stop things from getting tangled when there's multiple, but it's something. Huh. Or... In the end, Liz must have relented because she shuffles up to the rest of the group. Fine, let's just make this quick. Liz reluctantly steps forwards towards the arcade cabinet, a crooked smile forming on the self-proclaimed champion's face. I'm gonna say, though, when it comes to fighting games, it doesn't matter how... Really, sometimes it doesn't really matter how long you've played a game or how much you've mastered it. All it takes is some random motherfucker just spamming random nonsense to beat your ass. Personal experience here. Alright. It doesn't take long for Liz to completely lose. Lars and Kylosaur's hands move like a blur as they dance across the controls, pummeling their digital opponent into the ground. As boastful as he was earlier, he at least proved that he was skilled at Jurassic, the screen displaying perfect after only a minute against Liz. Liz crosses her arms and starts heading back to her old seat in the booth, head in tow with a pout. Buster leans his head back against the clasped hands to make a show that it was no big deal. Next victim! Damien stretches the cabinet and jams his hands in his pocket for his change. Is there a whole piggy bank in there? Haven't seen your group around before. Tourists? Ha! No, nah, Liv and I used to come here all the time. Life's been tough, you know, so we got some friends to come along this little trip down memory lane. Lighten the mood a bit. This place hasn't changed much in the years either. Ha! He hoists the quarters high and jams them into the slot. Once more, the screen lights up and the character selection music busts in. Buster considers his selection, and ultimately chooses the same character. Damien jams on the buttons and... What's with that death glare? Damien just picked a counter to his character. Probably expects all of us to be beginners. Buster does seem a bit more tense now. Been a while since then. Though, Her explanation is cut short as her words take on a scratchy quality to them. Hey, you okay? What? Oh, I'm fine. I can go and refill your canteen pretty quick. Sure, thanks. She reaches behind her and unhooks her severely dented water bottle from her chair. Look! There's something to look into for Christmas. That Buster guy said there was water by the Brachio booths. Although I can't imagine the water here is very good. Christmas what? What am I thinking? I haven't gotten anyone a gift like that before. Focus, Inko, you're just getting some water. I head deeper into the arcade towards the center, passing through the aisle lit by game screens. You guys are done already? Nope, just refilling Olivia's bottle. I guess I'm gonna miss Damien's match. Say, Liz, this sticker here, what is it? Her head comes in close as she eyes the weird brand on the canteen. Oh, that's from some really old show. Like, back in the 90s old. Why? Just curious is all. Well, I never really asked Olivia about it. Maybe I should. After all, I think I recall watching a video essay about it once. Though, I could never really get into older stuff. The animation always looks so choppy. Recapping the bottle, I lead Liz's head back to the fighting game section. Alrighty. It's surprising that Damien and Buster are still playing, this time both their hands slamming furiously on the controls. A crowd has even formed around the duo, exchanging low whispers as they watch the old CRT screen. I pick out Olivia at the front of the crowd, close to the cabinet so she's able to clearly watch it. She's hyper-focused, to the point that when I switch the bottle in front of her face, she just leans over to keep watching. Evil it is, then. I hold the canteen above her muzzle and carefully tip it over until a few drops fall on her face. Her tongue laps along her lips and swipes up the nourishing droplets before glaring at me. Hey! Here you go, fresh from the latrine. Ha! She takes the bottle and downs most of it right over clearing her throat. Thanks. How's Damien going? How's Damien's match going? Well... he's getting too aggressive. He is? Yeah, Buster picked a rushdown character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance. Problem is that zoners are notoriously bad when it comes to footsies, and are even worse with mix-ups, which means that if Buster is able to get into Damien's hurt box, he's gonna get super punched and might even lose the set in a single... Wait a second, I'm human. So Damien has to keep his distance. It's not looking good for him, so... Ah, crap! Olivia and I watch from the sidelines as, over the next few seconds, Buster pulls off an impressive series of moves that crush Damien's character into the ground. Looks like he was waiting for us to get back. Wow, you actually know how to play. Buster jams an accusing finger my way, as if marking me for death. You're next! Damien's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and reassumes his usual jovial self. Just me and Olivia left. I nervously step up to the cabinet. A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare back at me, each with their own promises of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Solly had said, "If we do not know what we are doing, then the opposing team certainly can't anticipate our future actions." I tap my joystick over to the large question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted, to the astonishment of spectators and my visibly nervous opponent. The game begins and my opponent beside me seems exceptionally calm as he manipulates his controls. Compared to me, trying out every single button and stick input to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting the digital crap kicked out of me. Every attempt I made was met with my character being grabbed and thrown in some ridiculously elaborate way. By the time the perfect announcement plays out on the screen, I can feel my wrist cramping from the crazy amount of button mashing I'd done in under a minute. At least I lasted a little longer than Liz. Don't feel too bad. Don't feel too bad. I'm the best here after all. The snort-filled laughter grates on my ears as I walk back to my friends, all of them staring daggers at the pasty-scaled dino. The rest of the crowd are in an uproar along with him, and I can feel my ears heat up at the attention. Olivia's eyes are narrowed as she wheels herself into position, her tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and her turn to finally begin. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon, YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!